Studio, Charity of JNC Rocks and More. She, of course, being the C of JNC Rocks and More. Charity, how did this all get started?
Over a geode. One geode from Kentucky that my husband ran into our friend John with, and it just went from there. We had a handful of things and we sold it at the flea market, and now we have a full shop in our home, and it's great. I love it.
So you work out of your home. It's 928 14th Avenue over in Fulton. I guess people would best know by just across the street from Sunrise.
Yes.
So what do you all have to offer there, Charity?
Crystals, geodes, obsidian, rocks and crystals of all kinds. I think we have over 100 different specimens, raw and polished. We're getting more into the polished and shaped stones instead of just the raw material. And then I do handmade gifts as well. And I do a little light mending for people here and there. And I don't know, we just love it. We love what we do, and I love being able to work from home. And one of the reasons we did start the business at the home is to encourage more people to do more businesses out of their home and inviting them in more of a welcoming environment.
We were talking a little bit before we went on air, and it was kind of an interesting story. JNC, you guys knew each other when you were younger.
Yes.
Were apart for a while, back together again, and now working out of your home together.
Yes. He works full time at Timken, and I work full time at the house, managing the business, and that's my job. And then we have, of course, everybody knows that we have the table of geodes out front of the house during the warmer weather. During the warmer months, and that's what we're known for a lot. And about half we find, half we buy.
Okay, JNC Rocks, again, you're at 928 14th Avenue in Fulton. Mm-hmm. Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 5, and now Wednesdays, you're going to be closed from 11 until 3 o'clock. And you're on Facebook. Talk about that.
Yeah, so we try to do a bigger presence on Facebook when we can. I'm a one-person show. I mean, my husband does help me out a lot, but I'm trying to manage it all myself, and sometimes I get a little crazy with it. But I lost my train of thought. Sorry.
That's okay. We just get back on rails. Yeah, that'll be fun.
We just got back from Lake Superior, so my brain's on pause, I think.
So why were you up at Lake Superior?
Rock hunting, of course.
Okay. So where do you all go to find rocks?
So far we've been to Arkansas, several places in Missouri, Illinois, and now Michigan, Wisconsin, kind of all over. Iowa, of course. We go to Iowa all the time. And then our good friend John, we go traveling with him. Our good friend Jerry, that's who we were with this weekend. And I always joke around, I have 3 J's in my life. My husband, who's Jamie, and then my good friend John, who I call my rock husband, and my good friend Jerry, who's also like a rock husband. So, we're pretty good.
Well, you guys are kind of like rock stars.
Well, in a way, yes. And then we go to the Geode Fest too every year. That's the last weekend of September in Keokuk. A very big family-oriented thing, event. Lots of fun. The rock hunting community, I should say, is very down-to-earth people, all walks of life. And the reason I continue to do the business out of my home is because I get to meet so many unique people, who you would never have thought they were into the rocks and crystals. Some people are into them for the metaphysical side of things, and some are just for collecting, or they like how they look. We try to cater to all scopes of people who come in, and I'll talk to you all day about a rock.
Very interesting. Again, Charity of JNC Rocks and More, 928 14th Avenue across from Sunrise in Fulton, operating out of their home. Now, you talk about going to various places. How do you find out about these places?
Word of mouth, and then usually we don't tell too many people where we're going.
It's kind of like mushroom hunters.
Right, yeah. I mean, we're not as drastic as a mushroom hunter, but if we get into a good site, and we don't usually say too much about it, We have a lot of friends all over the area down in Missouri and Arkansas and stuff, and you know, we've been invited to many places, and we do pay to hunt. We pay to hunt. It's a very good practice to do. If you're going on somebody's property, you need to get permission, and that's a big problem in a lot of these places. That's why people kind of shut down and don't let you in, because nobody, well, some people just don't ask for permission. They just go and take and don't compensate the landowner.
Kind of ruins it for everybody in that regard.
Right, right.
So let's talk a little bit about the geodes and the crystals. What size are we talking about? Do they come in various sizes and
all
shapes?
sizes, all
Okay.
sizes. We found when we went rock hunting on our honeymoon down to Arkansas back for 10 days, and we found a huge crystal plate, maybe the size of a turkey platter, around with huge crystals the size of my thumb. And you know, they're like just huge.
So what is the price range for these at your place?
We're probably half of what an average rock shop would be, but on their defense, we don't have the bigger overhead that they would in a brick and mortar. We still have some overhead, but not as much. So a big plate, you're looking at the size of a dinner plate. You're looking at our shop around $200.
Okay. So again, you can see all of this at their website, JNC Rock and More, or just stop by 928 14th Avenue in Fulton. Again, they're open Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 5, and right now closed Wednesdays from 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. Charity, thanks so much for coming in. Anything you'd like to add before we let you go?
No, stop in, mention this radio program, and get 10% off for
Well,
the
there you
next
go.
rest of the month.
All right, well, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Coming up will be a check of the weather.
Have a